Okay, what's going on, everybody? Brandon here with Pissed Out Wellness, and I'm back with another video. So today we're going to talk about protein. Now, we won't be discussing how much protein you should be consuming, and although I think that's important, that's not really what this video is about. I'll do that later on down the road. This video is more so for people who just started out on their wellness journey, people who know they need to be getting more protein in. They just don't really want to go through the tedious process of tracking every single gram. And the strategy that I'm about to show y'all is something that I've been working on with Charvette, my wife, for almost a month now. And it's been working out very well. So I know it'll help somebody here. So check it out. This is what we do. Let's say you're somebody who you're not getting a lot of protein in. You know you're not, you're just eating. Okay, but you realize, hey, I need to get more protein in. I want you to make a list, okay? A list of all the protein sources you can think of: fish, chicken, yogurt, tofu, if you're into cheese, anything that you think that you can eat. And that's, let me stop right there. That's a very important thing. On this list, don't just be putting a whole bunch of random proteins items up there that you know you'll never eat. Only put things on this list that you know you can eat. Okay, not the list of somebody else. Your list. This is your list. Make sure all these items that you put on this list you like and you can eat on really a daily basis. Okay, it can be snacks. Like I said, it can be like your main meals, like your meats. It can be vegetables, whatever it is. Make this list, and there's no limit, no minimum, no maximum. Just whatever you could think of, as many as possible. Just put it on this list. Okay. When you make this list, your goal now is to make sure that every single day you eating off of this list. Like I said, if you wake up in the morning and let's say boiled eggs is on the list, then get your boiled eggs in. If yogurt is up there, get your yogurt in. Now, you don't have to necessarily eat just what's on this list. You can pair what's on this list with whatever else that you eat. Like, let's say, for example, stick with the breakfast. Let's say you're eating, toast. You say you want some toast. Okay. You can look on this list and say, hey, I'll eat with my toast, eggs, yogurt, or like I said, cheese, or whatever it is. It could be a piece of fish if you do that in the morning. So this list that you're making is not necessarily a only eat off this list. This list is something that you apply throughout the day with your other meals. That's why I said it can be snacks or it could be your main meal, steak or whatever it is. But just make sure that daily you are eating off of this list throughout the day. Okay. And what me and Charlotte have noticed the past couple of weeks is that she's more mindful of getting in more protein, you know? And again, we're not doing no tracking. We're not saying, okay, this is 20 grams, this is 6 grams. She's not doing any of that. The key is the mindfulness. She knows that every single day I have to eat something off this list every single day. And if she wants to eat multiple things off the list, that's even better. But the goal is to just eat daily off of this list. And as you start to do that, she just started this part last week. It's to the point now she doesn't even really have to look at the list. She just knows now, okay, this is what I eat. I got to get my boiled eggs in. I got to get my yogurt in. She likes to do cheese sometimes. That's cool if that's your thing. And it's like she don't even look at the list no more. She just knows that daily I have to do this. And just last night she said, oh man, at the end of the day, I need to get me some more protein in. And so she was just thinking about, what she wanted to do to end her night. And she ended up boiling some eggs. But again, the goal is to get you just mindful. Okay, I need to get my protein, and the list is just your guide. But like I just told you about her, once this list was made and she kept eating off this list the past couple of weeks, it just become like, it's like clockwork. Okay, I got to get this. And see, another thing that I think it really does is prior to her doing this, she was eating protein, but she wasn't, again, mindful of, okay, I got to get more protein in. She heard me talk about it all the time, but she was really just eating healthy, of course, but she wasn't really prioritizing protein. So think about this. She made this list, and because she's mindful that I have to eat off this list daily, she's already getting in more protein than she was prior to making this list. Now, no, we don't know how many grams of protein she's eating daily, but in the beginning stages of just starting, that's not even important. The goal is to just get you in the habit of eating more protein. Now, as we do this experiment, I'll come back with another video and we'll discuss how you move to that next level. But for now, the goal is just to be mindful of getting in more protein. And if you stick with this list and you just do it daily, like I said, it'll be just like clockwork. It's amazing how just over the past couple of weeks I've watched her grow and just prioritizing her protein. I got to eat this. Let me get this in. I got to get some more yogurt. Now I got to go to the store and get. She said, okay, I need a yogurt because usually she finishes off with yogurt at night or maybe a boiled egg like she did last night. But just the mindfulness, and I keep saying the mindfulness because that's really what it is. And we're not doing no tracking, people. So if you do this method, I promise you, you will be eating more protein than you were prior to doing this. And again, no tracking, and you're getting your protein in. So, try this out. I'm gonna do a quick recap. Make a list of all the protein. Now, I don't know if I said this, but make sure this list, I think honey buns and donuts have maybe a gram, maybe 2 grams of protein in it. Don't put that on the list. Whatever you put on this list, make sure that it's, pretty decent. Okay, it don't have to be the healthiest thing in the world, but just make sure that it's not the sloppiest. Okay, make sure it's not the sloppiest. So make a good healthy list of good high quality protein foods, and then from this list, you just eat off of it daily. And make sure it's a list of stuff that you eat, not some stuff that you heard that you think has protein in it and you've never eaten it before and you want to try it. I wouldn't recommend that. I will only stick with things that that you like, that you can eat on a daily basis. Once you make that list and you just keep going off that list daily, I promise y'all, well, you'll already be getting in more protein because you're mindful, but it'll just stick with you. It'll stick with you. And like I said, eventually we'll do a video on, her progress and eventually get to tracking and how many grams of protein you should be getting in. But right now, the goal is just, again, I keep saying it, I said it about 5 times, just be mindful of getting in protein. And once you're mindful of getting in more protein, you're already getting in more protein than you were prior to this. That's really it. That's really what this channel was about. I keep saying it. I'm gonna keep saying it. Just starting off small. Start off small. Build habits and just go from there. Simple. Keep things simple, y'all. I mean, we just make this wellness thing we just make it so hard, which I know that can be a little difficult because all the information out there on social media, do this, do that. It's a lot, but I promise you, if you stick here on this channel, you stick with me, I will lead you to where you need to be health wise, and it won't be draining. Simple, strategic. All right, so try that out. Let me know what y'all think, and talk to me in the comments. Do y'all track your protein? Is it important to you? What are some methods that you use? Talk to me. I talk back. And yeah, that's it, y'all. Have a good day. I don't know if y'all hear music in the background. That's my wife. She back there cleaning and jamming and all that type of stuff. But I'll keep up to date on her progress with the protein. And like I said, I'll be back with another video. And that's it, y'all. See you on the next one. Peace.